The lesson for this time: stress in simple words. The nature of stress. Stress has been mentioned several times already in this course without an explanation of what the word means. The nature of stress is simple enough, particularly everyone would agree. The first syllable of the words like father, open, camera is stressed. That the middle syllable is stressed in potato, apartment, relation, and that the final syllable in stressed is in about, receive, perhaps also. Most people feel they have some sort of idea of what the difference in between stressed and unstressed syllables, although they might explain it in different ways. We will mark stress syllable in the transcription by placing a small vertical line high up just before the syllable it relates to. The words quoted above will thus be transcribed as follows: father, open, camera, potato, apartment, relation, about, receive, and perhaps. What are the characteristics of stress syllable that enables us to identify them? It is important to understand that there are two different ways of approaching this question. One is to consider what the speaker does in producing stress syllables, and the other is to consider what characteristics of sound make syllable seem to a listener to be stressed. In other words, we can study stress from the points of view of production and of perception. The two are obviously closely related but are not identical. The production of stress is generally believed to depend on the speaker more muscular energy than is used for unstressed syllable. Measuring muscular effort is difficult, but it seems possible according to experimental studies that when we produce stressed syllables, the muscles that we use to expel air from the lungs are often more active, producing higher subglottal pressure. It seems probable that similar things happens with muscles in other parts of our vocal apparatus. Many experiments have been carried out on the perception of stress, and it is clear for many that many different sound characteristics are important in making a syllable recognizably stressed from the perceptual point of view. All stressed syllables have one characteristic in common, and that is prominence. Stressed syllables are recognized as stressed because they are more prominent than unstressed syllable. What makes a syllable prominent? At least 4 different factors are important. The first factor: most people seem to feel that stressed syllables are louder than unstressed syllables. In other words, the loudness is a component of prominence. The second thing is the length. The length of syllable has an important part to play in prominence. And the third factor, every voice syllable is set on some pitch. Pitch in speech is closely related to the frequency of vibration of the vocal folds and to the musical notion of low and high-pitched notes. And the fourth factor, a syllable will tend to be prominent if contains a vowel that is different in quality from neighboring words.